What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and I'm back. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody who support me and this platform, SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Very much appreciated. Shout out to my brother Constructive Criticism on the donation. I'm going to give you guys a minute to come through. This is episode 5 on Real Spill. Got my brother Darrin Marion coming through. I'm gonna send him the link in a minute. I'll give you guys time to come through. Like the stream and share it out for me, please. We gonna get episode 5 of Real Spill popping tonight. Shout out to everybody. Once again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers. As y'all can see, I had a good Father's Day. So once again, shout out to all of y'all. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, tonight, episode 5 of Real Spill with Darrin Marion. If you would like to be on the next episode of Real Spill, email me, dsalliance1@gmail.com. That's dsalliance1@gmail.com. Also, if you would like to be a part of my upcoming health series, email me at the same email address. That's dsalliance1@gmail.com. That's dsalliance1@gmail.com. Also, check in the description box. I just started my merch page. Right now, I only have the classic logo Sheep Stay Sleep TV shirt. Go there now. Check it out. Stay tuned for all new designs on merchandise. But for now, like I said, I just have the classic, the classic logo tee. The link is in the description. Like I said, shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that's coming through. Shout out to my man John Doe. Salute to you, my brother. Day one supporter. Shout out to my sis, the great moderator, Poetic Kales. Shout out to Vonda Harris. Thanks for tuning in. Much love, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get this link sent out. Go ahead and get this link sent out. Like I said, shout out to y'all. What's going on, Wolf? Shout out to my brother Jaquel Thomas. Go ahead and share the show in the community tab. Okay. Hit my brother up right now. Okay. Got you. Okay, I just sent the link out. Just waiting for my brother to come through. We're gonna get it in tonight, y'all. Shout out to Mike Brown. What's going on, Mike? Being No Outdoors, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to my brother Shug on the check-in. That's a fact, Mike.
What's up, bro? What's going on, man? That's how I start with Uncle Suge, man. So with my mask on, man. You
You
know what I'm
already
saying?
know.
What's going down, man? How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm good tonight, man. How was your day?
Man, it's fantastic, man. Blessed, man. Really blessed. You know what I'm saying? Have a fortunate to be able to work for myself. You know, I have family that loves me. You know, I have a wife as a teacher that she's home for the summer. So it's great, man. Great
Yeah,
experience.
you look happy, bro. You
Yeah,
look
yeah, right on, man. You know, got the brightness on, man.
so so let's get into that since you brought that up, man. How what are what are the pros and the cons of running an active business?
Man, that's a great question, brother. That's a great question, man. One of the pros, man, of running an active business is really, man, to be able to drive, man, just to be able to drive. You know, like I don't wake up in the morning and somebody doesn't tell me what I can feed my family, if that makes sense. You know, when you get a raise for a job, that man is telling you if you're gonna have steak dinner tonight. Me, I determine if I'm gonna have steak dinner tonight. And it's something that can be, you know, that you can really appreciate in that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, man, that's real, That's a real thing, because a lot of us, I would consider you a thinking black man. A lot of us, that's what we want. We actually need that, because at the end of the day, what our goals and our aspirations being so big, we cannot limit ourselves to just, that mundane living. It'll actually stress guys like us out. I could tell that you're a lot happier because you don't feel binded to a routine, or you're actually your own shot caller, and that makes you feel good, you know?
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. When you're able to be in the driver's seat, man. You're able to, you know, to be able to really just go out there and that's the American dream. You know, I believe in America and you know what the dream of America is. And I think the American dream is somebody, if you want to be able to go out and put a sign up and say, this is how I'm gonna feed my family today, and you should be able to do that without any encumbrances. That is America. That's what our ancestors wanted, man. That's what you know. That's what all our forefathers wanted. All they wanted, man, is to be able to provide for their family, and that's what you can do through entrepreneurship, man. I think actually, black entrepreneurship is the only way that we're going to be able to get up out of the hole that we're in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so what do you think actually hinders most of us to not partake in entrepreneurship? Do you think it's resources, or do you think it's our mentality as a group, not as individual?
Um, I don't think it's resources. because you can start a business just with with just what's in your mind. A business is a song. Somebody can go out and they can sing a song, and they can start a business with that. That's something that could generate income. I think it's an understanding of what it means to be able to do something on your own. To be able, does that make sense? What I'm saying, man, is an overall understanding of
Hmm.
what it takes to have a business, or really what it takes to have a business, and to be able to have that self esteem, because it takes a little bit of self esteem where you have to be able to preach to yourself a lot of times.
Right.
When there's times when I may think I'm gonna get a new client, and I just know the deal is signed, and it doesn't get signed, and I have to still keep that same smile on my face, man, and keep on that next one just like nothing happened.
Right.
And so it takes a level of emotional maturity to be able to deal with that.
So
And
so you're leaning more to the side you're leaning more to the mentality side.
yes, sir. Yeah, it's a mindset. It's a mindset, and we all have it in us.
Right.
What they say, man, go out and get a hustle.
Hmm.
If you have a side hustle, that's a business right there, brother. That's just you haven't taken your side hustle and put a process together with it.
Mm. So what you just said does is that the difference between a hustle and a business?
Processing.
Right.
Yep. You got it, man. That's it. That's the sole difference, man. To be, hustling the business is processing. And it's funny, man. I actually have a few businesses, man, and I'm thinking about scaling back, just because of some recent, some revelations that I've had, in having a business. I thought that it would be beneficial, of course, to have 3 or 4 businesses all going at the same time.
Mm.
But you start to think that if I spent 40 hours on one business, right, and I spent another 20 hours on another business, I'm splitting my time.
Hmm.
Whereas my competitor he's spending 60 hours doing one thing.
Mm.
And when you specialize, you can start to charge a premium for it because you're the best.
Right. So when you know, being that you saying you're gonna make this decision, is some
Mhm.
of your options based on what business is bringing in more revenue, or is it more of some businesses you just have um you're more passionate about other some of your business more than the other?
That's it, man. And that's the thing is, yes, passion. It's what you enjoy.
Okay.
And that's another freedom that you have when you're off the mama's kitty, man, of the corporate America, is you can do what you really enjoy, and do what you enjoy, and do it well. So, I
So
may go ahead.
um I checked out your website. So is that one of your businesses that you want to fully take on?
What's that? The motivational speaker thing?
Yeah, because I was
Nah,
just getting ready to put it up to show the people too.
yeah, no, man. That's actually it's funny. Is is I have the one company that I'm really focused on now is my search engine optimization company. That's where we do the algorithms, and we learn about YouTube, and just how we flip the web. How we basically build digital real estate. And it was funny, man. There was a guy I was trying to get him as a client. He's a race car driver, and he said he wanted to show up on the first page of Google for motivational speaker. And I told him, I was like, man, that's easy as hell. I can do that, man. So I did it, and he couldn't believe it, man. And he was like,
Oh,
wow. So I show up on the first page of Google, for motivational speaker, in my city, man. So, but what's funny though is he ended up losing all kind of contracts, man, because they found some tape of him saying the word nigga, man.
wow, really?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So this right here, man, this basically, man, I just, I'm an opinionated person. And I was saying, telling you, I haven't had that time to really spend a lot of time on my website. But I usually go here, man, and if I have like an idea about something, man, or I see something in life, then I write about it. And it's kind of, I think everybody needs to have that, man, especially have their name. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. And I totally agree, man. Check out his website, DarrinMarion.com. Just showing y'all some different categories. His education category, skills, millionaires must master, the miseducation of the Negro, commercial sexual exploitation of children. What does lynch mean? Yet do I marvel? Check these out. Check these out, guys. He also have a life category, opt-ed, his opinion on things.
There you go, buddy. You see him right there, man. That's my personal website, man. My business websites are Retail SEO and Darren'sCoffee.com. So,
Okay, put that in the chat, bro.
all right, let me put in this little box right here, man. Let me see. And then you see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
So, but yeah. And then oh, shit, I got. There you go, man. Kansu, man.
Yeah, yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah,
I know
Kansu and
Cosmo.
I have a channel together, man. Blurred Planet. Uh, blurredplanet.com, man. And what we do with Blurred Planet, man, is we like to have intelligent conversations. And that's
Mhm.
why when you said this, you kind of, I kind of overheard you doing the real spill thing. I was like, man, that'd be a cool thing, man. Cause I know you're a smart cat, man. You're a thinking man. And I like to have thinking man conversations, man.
Right. So
So
that's what Blurred Planet is about.
yeah, Blurred Planet, man. A blurred is a black nerd, man.
Hmm.
And we feel like, everybody's a nerd, man. Cause everybody knows a lot about something.
Indeed, indeed. And I agree. And everybody has interest in things that people may find to be weird. So I took my oldest son, he's a nerd. He's a black nerd. When I was young, I was called a nerd, and I feel like certain things about me is nerdy. I like things that people may, by the sound of my voice and the way I speak. Some people may think I don't like certain things, but I do. Like I like I like listening to Vanessa Carlton. People may look at that like, wow, but yeah, I also listen to a little rock music. I like Linkin Park. You know, I love reptiles. You know, I always wanted to own my own pet store, like stuff like that. Growing up, I wanted to be a veterinarian. I didn't want to go to school for business. I wanted to be a veterinarian. I love animals. You know,
Where'd you go to school, bro?
well, I went to school in Brooklyn, and I went to a local college because I was encouraged to do that because at that time my dad was only able to pay for community college for me because my mom's she opted out on paying anything for school. So my dad did it, but I couldn't go away. So that kind of shattered my opportunity for me to go to school to do what I wanted to do as far as animals because I had a school, but the school was in Rowan, Virginia. No, I think Rowan is in West Virginia. It was Rowan University. I was gonna go there for herpetology, the
Okay.
study of reptiles.
Wow.
Yeah, but being that the income wasn't right, I had to just settle and go locally to school, and I got my degree and stuff, but I got it in business. You know.
That's not a bad thing, bro. You know, it's not a bad thing, man. You can still now you know how to run a veterinary, man. How to run a veterinary clinic. You know what I'm saying? I went to Grambling State University in Louisiana.
Oh, you went to Grambling?
Yes, sir.
Well, what did you take up?
Man, I have degrees in economics, finance, accounting, marketing, business administration.
Wow. So you pretty much covered the whole spectrum of a business.
Yeah, man. I had a football scholarship. So when you have a full ride scholarship, man, if they tell you you can take 21 hours, man, you take 21 hours. So I just kept going, man. I went there summer, summer, fall, winter break. Every time I had a chance to go in school, man, to take another class, I did, man. So I
Now
ended up
that's
graduating with a bunch of
interesting.
degrees.
Now that's interesting, bro, because you being a black nerd, what what got you into sports, and what stopped you from being a jock? Because you a football player.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I used to be very angry, man. I grew up, my father left when I was 10 years old, man. One day he came and said, I don't love your mother anymore. And I didn't see him there for like 3 years. So I was very angry. I was a very angry person. And one of the ways I would take out that anger, man, was through football. Man, I would go out there and hit somebody, and I just keep hitting them, and I keep hitting them and keep hitting them as hard as I could, man. But I played overseas, man, in the World League, man, in Barcelona. And I remember the time when I decided I was through with playing football, man. Is when there was a little kid that came up to me, man, and he got my autograph, and I signed it. And the look he gave me, man, he like really gave me a look like I was his god, man. And I didn't want that. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's interesting.
And so, yeah, so at that point, man, that's when I was done with it, man. I was done
So
with it, man.
so you didn't want to be you didn't want fame.
Nope. Nah, man. I didn't want, yeah, not that, no. If I had no choice of having fame, man, or having control, man, I'd much rather have control.
Wow. So from that look from that kid, you probably foresaw a whole future down the line if you would have kept doing football, to where do you feel like you could handle the fame? Is that what it was? You couldn't handle it?
Probably not, man. I talk to my wife now, and my wife says, nah, man. She probably would have killed me. I'd probably been dead by the fame, man. I'd have been partying like a rock star, man.
So it would have consumed you.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn. That's crazy you said that, because I don't know a lot of people who don't opt out of that. Especially, because from what you're saying, you had to be a good player. You had to be a good player.
Yeah.
So I don't know too many guys, like most of my homies that didn't make it. It wasn't because they didn't want fame. It was because they didn't work hard enough. They wanted the fame without being the athlete. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I notice most guys that get consumed with the fame are the ones who worked hard, and it's like fame came along with it. And it's like you was just like, I don't want it.
Yeah.
And it was like you just that's interesting to me, man. That's interesting, man. I
Yeah.
never heard nobody give it back to him like that. I heard it in for rappers and shit like that, but for sports, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't want to be more than that, man.
You a ill dude, man. That's crazy. Like 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 my uncle. He he was supposed to get drafted the year the NBA had that lockout. You know, he went to Arkansas. He played with Nolan Richardson. He played for the Arkansas Razorbacks. He was number 23. That's my uncle. Go look him up, Tyreek Wallace.
Okay.
And he went and he tried out for a couple of teams, but he didn't get picked up because of the lockout. So they kept him sitting waiting for a long time. So what he did, he went and played overseas, and he said why he quit was because of, you know, his religion. You know, because half of my family is Muslim. So he said because of the religion aspect. But I don't hear too many guys, man, that that say that they don't want the fame and the notoriety, man. You a ill dude, and for you to turn around and still be successful like that, that's ill.
Yeah,
That's you definitely a multifaceted dude.
right on, man. Yeah, man. That's I was I was done with it, man. I was done with it.
How
So
long did you play out there?
I played over there, man, a year.
Just a year?
Yeah, just a year, man.
So
Just a
you
year.
damn, so you gave the bread back too.
Yeah, man.
Yo, how old were you at that time, bro?
So I'm at 23.
What?
At 23.
No children at that time?
Nah, no kids, nothing like that, man.
What the yo, man.
I don't.
You must be on a divine path, man.
Right on, man.
You must be on a path of divinity or something, man. Because 23, no children. You're great at what you're doing. Because from there you could have went to the NFL.
Yeah,
And you said, take the money and the fame.
yeah, man.
Uh, The first year you said this not for me.
Yep. When I look, that kid looked at me, man, like I was his god, man. I can't be nobody's god, man. See, I'm a Christian, man. So one of
I
the
know it.
one of the things, man, that's I can't be nobody's idol, man.
Right, right.
So
Damn, man. And you never look back. You don't have no regrets or nothing, bro.
none, none, not a single regret, man. I don't even watch sports, man.
You don't even watch sports.
Nah, man, I don't, man.
So you I could have swore you just look like a dude who liked football and boxing.
Yeah, I used to, man. Yeah, I used to watch this stuff, man. I don't watch it no more, man. And it's like, there's so much more in life, man, than
Mm,
watch a game, man. I think that's something else, man, that we as black men, we get caught up playing games, man. We watch so many games. We watch a game here, we watch games there, we play video games, and before you know it, we start to look at life as it's a game, man, and it's not, man. Life is something that should be taken seriously. But
I'm the same.
that's just my belief, man. I'm not gonna. Then that's why I don't put that on anybody else.
Now I get it. I get what you're saying. And honestly, I didn't watch this whole NBA season. I barely watched football last season. You know, when me and my bro was doing a sports show, I would just watch I would watch Sports Center, get the scores, watch some highlights. I really wasn't watching the games because honestly, I'm kind of not interested in sports like that either no more. I just get excited listening, hearing what other people got to say. But I totally understand that because I kind of checked out from a lot of the television, just the regular television shit too, because my mind be elsewhere, you know. So I get it. I totally understand. And from a whole nother aspect, you know, I was taught, like I was just speaking on my uncle. Um, we were taught that we're not supposed to partake in sports and play. You know, if you read in the message to the black man, you know, they advise the black man not to get into, you know, those institutions, you know, dealing with, you know, these people. So I think my uncle, because when he left, that's where he went. He went back to the mosque. He went to the mosque and became, you know, part of the FOI. So that's interesting, man. And in the book, it kind of breaks down into all of that stuff, how, you know, because it go into sports betting and gambling, and it goes into all of that stuff, man. So I understand what you're saying, you know, from a whole nother aspect, you know.
Yeah, man. It's a slippery slope, man. It's slippery slope, man. Get caught up. You know, and it's easy to escape, man. It's easy to get lured. Like you say, sheep stay sleep, man. It's easy to get lured to sleep, man, watching this shit, man. You know?
Yeah, yeah,
I,
and I think it's because people don't see how they market it to us. They sell you sports, but then with the sports, they sell you the soda, the pizza, the wings, you know, the beer, all the shit that'll put you to sleep.
there you go, man. Go knock your ass out, man.
Yeah,
Bratwurst, huh?
yeah, you notice they don't market no salad during the Super Bowl. They marketing breadsticks, pepperoni, sausage, anything that's that's
Yeah,
not good.
yeah.
So I totally agree. You know, when you look at and I noticed that too, you know, with listening to Kansu, he took that symbolism, man.
Hmm.
And they use symbols to market. And I learned this in school. That's what a logo is. A logo is a symbol. So when people see your symbol, they know it's you. Like to this day, which I think will last forever probably. If you see Prince's logo, you know that's Prince.
Yep.
Even if you see somebody trying to copy it, you're like, oh, they're trying to copy Prince's symbol. But you know, they throw a little fancy term on it and call it a logo. But it's really a symbol, you know, and symbolism is key, man, when it comes to dealing with your mindset, subconsciously and consciously, you know. And how business works is they use that and they call it marketing, but it's really manipulation, because those are the tactics they use. They use programming tactics. They use color. They use certain shapes. Um, they play certain music in the restaurants. Like all of that stuff is part of them marketing this product or this service to you.
Yep. I wrote about the Tavistock Institute on my site, man. You heard about the Tavistock Institute for Human Relation Studies?
Yeah, I've heard about it. That's a book I have not yet to get, that I need to get and read.
Yeah,
But yeah,
man.
I definitely heard about that, man. And
Yeah.
that shit is deep. It's deep, man. So I
Hey,
understand when you say, you know, we need to be focusing on other shit besides the game.
yeah. I find a lot of enjoyment, man. You know, just in these YouTube streets, man. You know, I usually when I'm on, man, I'm usually some sort of test, and I'm able to, you know, to really just kind of run a test, man, about human behavior, watching how people react to certain things, certain statements, making documentation, watching how how things move, and I find this is really enjoyable, man. It's enjoyable watching this little microcosm, kind of the way the cycles go. I can pretty much predict the cycles now. It's crazy, man.
So, like, are you conducting this study, for you to just like learn, like basically like a sociologist, like you just
Yeah,
studying people on social media and see how they respond and how they react to things for business, or just for you to know?
for business. It's for business, man.
Hmm.
Carter G. Woodson, man, said, man, that we fail, man, where our counterparts prevails because we refuse to learn our business, man. We don't really learn our business. And if my business is about search engine optimization, is to really to help find, like, that's my business. Is I get people found on Google. I get stuff found on YouTube. I grow YouTube channels. I do things like that. So when I'm on here, we're able to get that information, able to learn that information, and to be able to do my job better.
Okay.
I'm able to charge a higher premium.
So, question: with you saying that, um, why do you think here in the black sector of YouTube? I'm gonna ask you a twofold question. Why do
Okay.
you think here in the black sector of YouTube, drama and shit that deals with shock value gathers more views than the educational stuff?
That's just part of the cycle that we're on. We're stuck in that cycle. We're stuck in the 6 week cycle, man. We're stuck in a 6 week cycle. So every 6 weeks, man, something new is coming out.
And are these cycles something that we create, or who's creating these cycles? Like, how are they
Yeah.
created?
And see, that's one of the tests that we're running. That's one of the tests. Actually, it's funny that you say it, man. That's one of the tests we're running. Is we're running to see, like, we're running a test now with facial recognition. With, let's say, you have your webcam in front of your face. If we're running smile tests, or if you're doing a certain kind of search, what type of smile, what kind of frown you make, what are your results, what comes up in your suggested boxes, things like that. So I'm wondering now if it's some sort of social programming that Google is doing. We know it's some sort of social programming, but we got to figure out kind of what's the end game, so that we can game the system.
Okay, okay. Because that's what I was thinking. I was thinking it was a social program that these people continuously run, and it works for them because we feed into it. Like like I asked this question before, not live, but just to myself, like, who are actually, like, all of these fight videos, all of these videos that you can see on Facebook of people getting killed and all of this type of stuff. Who's allowing these videos to be shown? Even though they're blocked after a while, I honestly think that Facebook is allowing these videos to be viewed because they want to put those symbols in our minds, and then when a bunch of people watch it and they program themselves with it, people begin to reenact
Yeah, that's happened, man. Facebook got caught doing that, manipulating the news feed.
it.
Did you know about that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. So yeah, Facebook was they actually were running experiments. They were running human experiments on people based on their news feed. So some people, they would put in sad news, nothing but negative news, and to see, those tests, those little games that come up, and they would see, are based on this person, the type of news that this person clicked on. We're going to suggest this type of game, and we're going to make this person depressed, or we're going to make this person happy. And it actually Facebook got caught doing that, and it was a big scandal, man.
See, I didn't know that. Damn.
Yeah, man.
Damn. So they really was doing that. Cause I know, and what you saying, it makes sense because I be noticing, like I notice some of the most ratchet stuff will be on certain people's only certain people I know find the most ratchetest shit on their page. You know, my page is a little like my Facebook page is more I just get up there and I say little stuff. It's my page is kind of like it kind of mirrors my YouTube channel a little bit. Except if you're my friend, you could see my family and stuff like that. But man, that's crazy, man, because I was wondering how these videos be getting 10, 20, 30 million views before Facebook, you know, don't allow it to be shown again.
Yep.
That's crazy, man, because what I noticed with this thing we call now with clout chasing, you know, we say people clout chase here on YouTube, but the original form of clout chasing is you actually going up to somebody that's famous or known in the streets and kind of like antagonizing them, and you're recording yourself doing it and you're trying to get a reaction out of them so then you can go viral. Like the first time I saw that was on Facebook. People was just walking down the street doing that to regular people. And then like a few years ago, I don't know if you saw this, but they had a group of Caucasian boys doing these types of videos. Like they'll go to Brownsville in Brooklyn and be walking up the dudes and acting like they got a gun on them. Like a couple of times some dudes almost got killed. Wow. And I noticed that those videos like went like super viral, but I don't even see them no more now. I don't even see those videos no more.
Let me show you something real quick, man.
Okay.
This is actually, can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, yeah, this is actually on Facebook's site. This is research.fb.com. So if you ever want to know kind of what Facebook is testing on you, right here, this is where it is, man. What makes a good conversation? How controllable attributes affect human judgments? So, like virtual reality facial animation via multi-view image translation. So that's where they're testing when you have on your your webcam and you're in front of the screen and your app is available, and they're actually right here, man. This is it.
Wow. Man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. So you must have been knew that they record everything you say through your phone, because how I noticed that is true, because some people were saying, oh no, that's not true, that's violating your privacy. But you know, they don't even know that that Privacy Act shit been trashed a long time ago. But what made me realize that was I would be saying certain things and then I will go on my Facebook and it'll pop up as a suggestion. Or I will go on certain sites, like maybe say if I go to finishline.com, the same sneakers I was looking at on Finish Line, they're gonna promote them on my Facebook feed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will go to another site and then see a Finish Line ad on the side of their page. Like
Yep.
if I go to another site. So is that the type of stuff you do too?
That is the type of stuff I do, man.
And that's
Yeah. Yeah, so I put a do stuff called, it's called a pixel.
Mm-hmm.
And so that pixel's on your site or it's on a website that you go to. And so they do something called remarketing, man. So they can they can follow you all around the web.
And
And they're
that's
paying for
exactly
a
what
pixel.
they do.
Yep.
That's exactly what they do. It's like, like I said, I'll go to a whole nother website.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, they even doing that on Instagram now too.
Yeah. Well, Facebook owns Instagram.
Right. FBI.
You know what I'm saying? You got it, buddy. You got it.
FBI, man. I don't know if y'all realize that, man. Facebook and Instagram, the FBI. Please, y'all better believe that. It's, you know, they they indicting all of the new young rappers off of what? The FBI, Facebook and Instagram. Facebook and Instagram.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, man. It's true, man. It's true. Everything we do is transcribed, man. Everything. Let's say, and I try to tell, tell everybody this, man. Is way you can drive, your AdSense. You can drive the AdSense. You can drive how much money is going to be brought in on your ad revenue just by the first 100 words you say of every video that you do.
man, so the way I start every show, when I say the same thing over and over, you saying by me continuously saying that, I'm generating money just off of me saying that same quote all
Well,
the time.
well, no, it'd be a quote that's valuable. Not saying your quote's not valuable, but the more people that are using that quote, that's the value in it.
Oh, okay, okay,
So certain topics have certain values, and certain topics have a certain volume. And so you look to see what kind of volume these different topics have, and within the first 100 words of everything that you do, let's say you want to drive some income on, just make some more money on an AdSense check, and Nipsey Hussle is hot. Even if your video is not about Nipsey Hussle, you can start out by the beginning of the video saying, hey, first I want to put a shout out to my boy Nipsey Hussle. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. And then from that point on, you're actually going to be driving. You'll be able to drive your AdSense a lot better. That's another way you can drive your AdSense.
okay. So what about? All right, but what about when you do talk about certain current events and they, you know, after you put your video up in the process, they want to only run limited ads.
Hmm.
What do you like? Why do you think that happens? Like, what is? Because I notice a lot of the controversial topics, um, they don't like to run ads on.
Yeah, there's no real money around it. There's
Okay.
no money around it. So the advertisers, man, there are ways that you can go, like look at like Google AdWords, Google AdWords, Google AdSense, and you can tell which words are the most valuable. And so if you want a video never to get blocked, never to get, never to, never to get, stricken down or anything like that, man, go to Google AdWords first, man, and then pick which words the video needs to be about. And you can guarantee your video never go down.
Right, right, right. Is okay.
Am I
So
making sense?
okay, so another thing that could get them to not monetize a video, could it be your language that you use? Because a lot of people say if you curse a lot in your video too, they won't run no ads.
That really doesn't have anything to do with it, man.
Okay.
That's a wise tale. That's like,
Okay.
that's like, putting a stick on your foot putting a stick on your foot and when when it's and the wind blows to the west, man, and then it's gonna be money falling out the sky. Nah, that has nothing to do with it, man. Nothing to do with it, man. It's just the words in the video. It's the words. It's what's it about. It's what's the value of the words that you're saying. So if you, I guess you could say if you use a lot of swear words, a lot of cuss words, then the value of those cuss words are low because people use them.
Okay. Okay. I
There's a
got you.
there's a tool that I use. I'll show everybody this tool, man. It's really, really cool. Uh, I don't know. See, I'm sure it does have something to do with cursing, man. And it doesn't. That's not what the test results say, man. The test results say something different, brother. So, I mean, as far as I guess we're getting blocked, but if your video is a valuable video, like I could go right now to some marketing videos that I know for a fact these guys are getting paid on, and they cussing like sailors all throughout the video. But the video is about digital marketing, and digital marketing is something that's paying the CPC on it. The value, the cost per click, or cost per impression, is a high cost per impression. So that means advertisers are willing to pay a higher amount. So they overlook that stuff. Look at Gary Vaynerchuk, man.
Yeah, yeah. Gary V is very vulgar. And look at look at those other guys like um what's those other guys, man? Those dudes that was rocking with Megalodon for a little while. Them them crazy white boys, man. Them dudes got like a whole little community and they be over there going crazy, but they views is out of this world. They get a
Mhm.
bunch of donations and they channels be monetized.
Yeah,
And they be saying some off the wall shit. I forgot the name of their little crew. Damn. I forgot they little crew. It's a bunch of them though. It's a bunch of them.
yeah, yeah. Uncle Suge said, he just said, yeah, but his language is not ad friendly. You're right, man. If you're not using the right keywords in your language, then no, it's not friendly. If you're not using the right words,
Right. I get it. I get it.
so
Get it. And now that you put it like that, it's almost like if I can't make money off what you saying, then it makes no sense for you to say
there you go, man. That's exactly what it is, man. You got it, brother.
it. Damn.
Bam! In a nutshell, that's it, man. In a nutshell, that's it, man.
So I hope y'all listening, family. That pro-black shit ain't gonna get you no money.
Yeah. So yeah, it does matter. It does matter. Then, yeah, you're right. It does matter. You got to say stuff that's worth something. When you curse, I guess the cursing that you use, if you're not using it, cursing around something that's valuable, then hey, if you curse about steak, if
Right.
steaks
Because
are, if it's a valuable keyword, man.
yeah, especially if you do those type of videos like the mukbang videos, the ASMR videos. I notice a lot of people making money off that market. Just eating on camera and shit. This is great. Like
Hmm.
so it makes sense. You sitting there eating jumbo crabs and shit. You know, cursing like a sailor.
Yes, sir.
It makes sense because now they could run Joe's Crab Shack ads on your videos. It makes sense. Damn, it makes sense. It makes sense. Damn, that's crazy. So, question: um, do you know if it was really difficult for them to switch all of that whole mindset to the digital world, because you know the old world was they did all of this shit on paper. Was it harder for them to transfer to digital, or was it just much easier?
I think it's probably just it's easy, man. Once they taught the machine, see, it's called machine learning. And so once they taught the machine the problem of how, where to pick up the intonations, where to pick up the sounds that we say, what those sounds sound like, and they were able to put them with a math problem, then that's it, man. Then it's just 2 + 2 = 4. It's all math. It's
Right.
all math. It's funny, man. It's all math. So let me show you an example of something real quick, man.
Okay.
I like to, me, I'm always, if you ever look at one of the videos on Blurred, you see like me and Constantine will be talking and I'll just go over and I'll show something, just show something on the, that I, kind of to show it out there, man. But, so I just typed in the word steak as an example. I see that there's over 500,000 searches a month for the word steak, and it's paying $1.02 per ad click. So that means advertisers have to pay $1 in order to get their ad in front of somebody for the word steak. So if you had a video or you did a video about the word steak, you're going to make more money than a video, let's say, about steakums. Say steakums is only 15 cents.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And so anybody could put this, get this thing, man. This thing right here is the keywords anywhere. Anybody could get it, man. So I would suggest, man, if you have a channel and you have a channel that's monetized, that you get a tool like this keyword tool, and you start to build your content around these words. And then go, build it around these words.
And what is the name of it? It's just a keyword.
It's called Keywords Everywhere. Keywords Everywhere. It's in the Google App Store. So if you just go, to the Google App Store right here, the web store, and you type in, Keywords Everywhere, it'll come right up, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Y'all hear that, family?
Keywords. Keywords Everywhere. And all you have to do is just add the extension right on the Chrome, man. And it'll give you all the analytics, man. And it'll do it for YouTube. What's that?
So when I add it, once I add it and then I go to my YouTube channel, it'll pop up.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It'll pop right up, man.
Man, y'all hear that, family? I'm not looking at the chat right now, but all content creators, especially if your channel was monetized, your brother Darrin just gave us a jewel. He just dropped a gem on us, man. Could definitely help us in a very, very major way.
Yeah, man.
So
That's
I
a big difference,
appreciate
man.
that. I appreciate that, man. And do me a favor, bro. Drop all the links to your websites in the chat room too.
Okay.
Cause I have them here in our little chat, and I'm gonna put it in the description when the show is done. But put it in the chat room for now so people could go and check out, each site.
Okay. I'm putting them in here now, bro.
Okay. So, question.
Hmm.
Let's say one of let's say I don't know. Do you have a son? I don't know.
Yeah, I sure do, man. I have a son and a daughter, man.
Okay.
Two the smartest kids out there, man.
So what if what if your son said, "Dad, I want to go to the NFL because you didn't go." Like, what would you say? Would you support it, or would you try to get him to do something else?
I would give him reasons why he would probably should choose another career. You
Damn, you
know,
sound like my dad.
I mean, one man. I mean, one. I'm still really like on a lightweight boycott of the NFL, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I'm not a fan of the fact that they don't have. They don't have guaranteed contracts. The fact of just they treat black men just like straight up just slaves, man. Like the mandingos, man. And I just, I can't get with that. I can't ride with that, man.
So that's how you would you know you would basically tell him that it's more cons than pros.
Yep. There's something, man. Like my son, like doesn't play. My son had he plays hockey. We got him playing, because he told me he wanted to play hockey, so he went and taught himself how to skate and did all that stuff, man. But Dick Gregory, man, said something that kind of stuck with me, and that's when it kind of drove the way I kind of raised my children. About something Dick Gregory said, which is crazy. He said, if you look in the band, we know on the football field it's 33 players on the team. In a band, how many people play the trumpet? You got two defensive line, two defensive ends, three running backs, two quarterbacks, and so on. But how many people play the trumpet that's in the band? They both get a full ride scholarship. You go out there and beat your body up. You go out there and beat your body up, man. Or you could play this horn, man. And then when we through a college, man, got to pay for. Then you could play that horn out on the street and make you some bread, man.
Right. I
Yeah.
get it. I get it.
It's
Basically,
it's a skill set. It's a skill set, man.
right, right. I totally get it. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate because you know um I spoke about this. I did a stream about it. You could check it out. It's called "Parents Don't Be Your Child's Dream Killer." And I said this because the same thing you said you would do to your son. Like I said, that's what my dad did to me, with me wanting to be a herpetologist coming out of high school. I wanted to go and follow my dreams, and he told me to go do what's practical, go do what makes sense. And with me following that, I know a lot more. I've accomplished some things, but overall, I feel like I would be much happier and much more comfortable in my life if I follow my dreams. So, what you think about that?
I mean, I think that your father did the best of what he had to work with. He gave you the best information for the best, he gave you the best information based on the information that he had at the time. I'm sure if he'd have had more information and would have seen that, really understood the profession that you were thinking about pursuing, that he might have saw that as practical.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And I don't hold it against my dad, because at the end of the day, with me growing up and becoming a man, I understand that we're practical. And at the end of the day, it's about what makes sense at that time, like you said. And what he was telling me was, how many who's hiring herpetologists right now? in the next 4 years, do you think you're guaranteed a job, or are you guaranteed to jump in this career and take off? And at that time, at me being the age I was at, I couldn't give him an answer. But what I learned and what he learned was I wasn't guaranteed a job anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why I totally agree with what you said. And he's actually came to me and said it. He was like, yo, you know, my dad, he apologized to me like, yo, I didn't know. If I would have knew when you came out of school, it was going to be a goddamn recession for the next 2-3 years. I would have, I would have told you to go the route you wanted to go.
Yeah.
But at that time, so I totally agree. But I just, what I do with my sons is I want them to be happy within themselves. Kind of like, what you did with football. You chose to go with how you felt inside, not what was right at that time, because the right thing to do at that time was to keep going. But you didn't feel that inside of you. And look how you turned out, bro. You came on the camera happy, smiling, with a mask on, being friendly, not thinking about what somebody's gonna think about you, because you secure within yourself. You're living the life that you want to live. And I just want to instill that in my sons early, that no matter what, son, it's on you. Whatever you want to be, whatever you want to do, I'll support it. But we're also still gonna weigh the pros and the cons. But I'm not gonna let my practicality outweigh what they really want to do, because that may make them happy. Like they always say, pick a career that you're gonna be happy with, because that is what is gonna drive you to become successful. And the only way we could do that is if I feel as if we allow our children to express themselves and to be as creative as they want to be in that space, and just support it.
See, and that's where I disagree with you, bro. And if we look at, as black folks, we say, man, why are all these other races? Why are the Asians? Why are the Jews? Why are these people? Why are they excelling over us? And it's because parents know, like, honestly, man, they really know what's best for their children, for the most part. And they know you plan legacies, you plan generationally. And so you say, how many generations does it take to make a career? Like my son, my son's going to be an attorney, and his son will probably be a senator, and then his son will probably be a president, because that's how that's just how things are. You can always have a hobby, but we don't drive our children's careers, and we wonder why our children end up floundering. How practical is it? Really, does that make sense? What I'm saying?
No, I understand. I get exactly what
Yeah.
you're saying.
But
And
yeah,
I get it. And for the most part, what you're saying is true. It's facts, because the Asians and other groups, they they're definitely gun ho on what their children are going to become.
yep.
That's why I said at the end of the day, I'm gonna still we're still gonna have that practical conversation.
Say, man.
It's not gonna be you have free reign to do whatever because that's what you want to do. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But what I don't want them to feel is I don't want them to feel like I don't want them to feel like I don't want them to feel like if they don't become what I'm expecting them to become, that they're nothing. Because I feel like that is one of the negative results of that, ruling with an iron fist in that way. When a child does not live up to your expectations of them, and I just don't want it to work in the adverse way because sometimes that happens. So my thing is I'm just willing to be open to suggestion. That's all I'm saying. I'm
Right.
not saying that, I'm not gonna guide them and show them that there's certain ways that you should be going because this is the way things are done. There's a hierarchy, there's a certain path that you want your children to go in order for legacy to be established. I understand that. I just want them to feel like that they have some form of say so, you know? That's all.
I dig it, man. I dig it.
Cause
You know.
I would hate for my son to become the president but hate his dad.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like
Yeah.
to me, that's an all around lose for
Oh,
me.
that's scary. Yeah. Yeah. For your child to hate you, man, that's a lose. That's a lose in a second, man. Yeah.
Right,
All day, every day, man.
right. And there's a lot of successful people that come from successful families that, they don't really like their family. They don't really, and it's because of them not being able to have some form of say so. Like I noticed with the Asians, it's like there is no there's no compromise with them. Like this is what you're going to do.
Mhm.
Period. And if you ask a question, you might get backslapped. Like I noticed that they rule with an iron
That's
fist, but
the
I
patriarchy,
also
man.
but I do see the results of that. And the results is 95% accurate. They're successful either in the medical field, um, independent wise, as far as liquor stores, laundry mats. A lot of the Asians run that shit. Aside from the nail techs in the Chinese restaurants, they're in the medical field heavy. They're
Mhm.
in the tech field heavy. And they pretty much run the goddamn bootleg industry as far as clothes and all of the stuff you could get for bootleg prices. They
Yeah.
even run that.
Yes, sir.
So I get it, bro. I get it. I get it, man.
Yeah, man.
So some of the some of the people that you deal with in the tech field, are they Asian? Do you deal with a lot of people in your field that look like you?
Uh, funny, yes, man. Actually, I do. I do, man. And the reason why is because, and that this is where we can. This is what's so cool about like digital marketing and digital real estate is because people can't judge what they don't judge what you look like. They can't see you. All they see is this website that you create, this digital property, this digital piece of real estate that you create. So once you have that skill set, it doesn't matter what you look like. But no, it's funny. I do a lot of project work, man, for some Asians, for some Chinese guys, man. They have one guy has a website. It's a study, like it's a tutoring website. And he has it completely automated where nothing, he doesn't really even touch anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's and see, this is what I actually want my oldest son to get into. Actually, this summer we was trying to put him into a coding school out here. I don't know if you heard of Code Ninjas.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, they have a Code Ninjas location a few miles away from my house, and I wanted to put him in that. And like I was trying to tell him, because like most of the teenagers now, he 13, about to be 14. They love video games. And like I was telling him, man, like, do you know that you can be rich at 18 years old by just creating an app or creating your own game or your own simulators? Like, I was just trying to tell him, like, work with me. Your love for video games and graphics and the stuff that goes with it, man. If you just sit down and learn it, then I can implement the business aspect to your skill and you can be rich.
Yeah.
And you don't never have to work for nobody.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep banging it in his head, man. But it's like the only time that boy got a smile at one of his faces when he in front of that game. like, like I be picturing him in coding class sitting there like he got a headache. Like, but what I'm trying to tell him is it makes no sense to feel like that, son, because you love the results of the coding. So why not learn what powers your games?
Yeah.
Like that's super dope to me. Like
Mm-hmm.
to know what powers the thing that I love. That's ill. And it's like, but like I said, I'm at this point, man, I'm ready to get on some Asian dad shit and make them do it. Like you ain't got no choice, man.
Yeah. You go to school now.
Right. Now. And slam the big spoon on the table. Now. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yes,
but yeah,
sir.
man, that's I'm trying to tell him like that's the future. Like right now, out here in North Carolina, I'm gonna say for like the past like year and a half, we had a big insurgence of these food apps, DoorDash, Grubhub. And I was telling him, these are all powered by apps that you can create. You can create these things. DoorDash just got sponsored. I think some company just put in like $2-3 million into DoorDash
Let
to
me give you a
promote
business right
it.
now. You could teach your son, man. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, man. So if you have a coffee shop or a like a little sandwich store or whatever, usually they want like an ordering app, not like a Grubhub or something else. Let's say they want to have their own little internal app. Your son can go and sell them their own app. They can create their own little ordering app.
Oh, wow. That's dope. And I know what you're talking about because it's a cab service out here that have their own app where you can get a taxi off the app instead of calling them directly.
Hmm. So imagine a mom and pop pizza shop. If they had an app, if somebody said, "Hey, man, you have an app where you could, your customers come in, and now your customers can order via their smartphone." And your son, if he knew how to write an app, they could sell it. I think he probably wants to learn the system. But anyway, that's a businessman right there.
And he can learn and he'll learn how to create this app by going to coding school
Yep.
to code right to code ninjas.
Yep. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think I'm being too nice, bro. I think
Yeah.
I think I'm being too nice, man.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, man.
I think I'm being too nice, man. I'm being too much of a cool dad.
Yeah, man.
I gotta get on my fatherly shit. I'm being too much of a dad. You know, dad is the cool guy. Hey, dad. But father, you know, when you father is different. So I think, you know, I think you're right, man. But I appreciate you, bro. I ain't gonna keep you too much longer, man.
I
Um,
appreciate you letting me come on here, man, and have a conversation with you, man.
man, no doubt, man. I appreciate you accepting the offer. This was a great show, man. I know this is definitely replay worthy because it's a lot of information in here. Definitely as far as tech, you know, even just for you guys that are YouTube content creators, man. Go back and listen to the stream if you just tuned in. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I can't shout everybody out right now, but shout out to everybody. Make sure you smash the like button, share the show. Shout out to all the donators, all the people who donated tonight. Much love to y'all. I appreciate you again, my brother. This has been episode 5 of Real Spill. Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Your brother DS1 Ross is out. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Peace out, bro.
Peace, bro.